You want to start recording?
Just pressing the record button.
Continue the meeting. You was considered being recorded. Do I have to continue here? Okay. All right. Looks like we have a quorum. I don't see Eileen, but I do see Wendy and Harry. Good evening, everybody. I am Marilyn McDonald, Bridgewater Conservation Chair. I just want to read in per Governor Baker before we open up this meeting. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order superseding certain provisions in open meeting law and the governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that can gather in one place, this meeting of the Bridgewater Conservation will be conducted via remote participation in the greatest extent possible. No in-person attendance. Members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately assess the proceedings on real time. The meeting is being recorded. With 48 hours, we'll post to a link recording of the Bridgewater's town website and or social media page. The following Bridgewater members of the Conservation Commission are participating remotely: Marilyn McDonald, Chair; Harry Bailey, Vice Chair; Eileen Prisco; and Wendy Smith. During the meeting, all votes of the boards will be taken via roll call votes. The following Bridgewater town staff will also be participating remotely: Steve Slobo, Conservation Agent, and please welcome Nicole Salvo.
Yep,
Am I saying
you got
right?
it.
Nicole
You got it,
Salvo.
Salvo. Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
At this time, everybody's mics is muted. The commission's mics will be unmuted throughout the whole meeting, and the items will appear on the agenda projected of the representatives' mics will be unmuted. If the project is a public hearing and allows for public comment, we ask that you use the chat feature or ask by listing your name and address it for any questions. The chair or vice chair, Nicole, we've always had you guys do that. I don't really see any hand raising or stuff like that. So just please let me know when we get to that section. You
Okay.
can raise your hand feature in participate menu, and you'll be unmuted, and the chair will recognize you. Or in this case, Nicole. Again, please state your name and address before asking any questions so that we may have that on our public record. Also, for anybody that has never been to a Bridgewater conservation hearing, I just want to let you know how these public hearings do prevail. We are within a 100-foot jurisdiction of any wetlands is where we start kicking in. We are governed by both rules and regulations of state and local bylaws to ensure that there is minimal impact to any wetlands for any filing within 100 feet to ensure the project meets the performance standards and also has a minimal impact on any wetlands. The town of Bridgewater, just so you know, does have a 25-foot no-touch zone. What goes on is the applicant starts to present, the board and the agent then have the opportunity to ask questions on that filing. Once I open it to the public, I ask that you direct all your questions through the chair, please wetland questions only, and then I will direct that who can answer them. I also ask that everybody respect everybody in this room. We are here for both the applicant, the abutters, but most of all, we are here for wetlands. So we do ask the questions stick to a minimum of about 3 minutes that we may keep the meetings rolling, and the vice chair does take note of that time. Two things will happen at the end of a meeting. We're either going to continue it or close the filing. If we close it, we have 21 days to render a decision, 10 business days of appeal period with Mass DEP before we can issue any order of conditions. That being said, I'm going to roll right into the agenda so we can get going tonight. First, under old business, we have an abbreviated notice of intent area resource previous notice of resource area delineation 0 and 1300 Vernon Street, map 124, lot 261281. Applicant is Manuel Badinga and representative is Silver Engineering Associates. We have a DEP file number. I am going to read this in as we start. Conservation Commission, Town of Bridgewater. Regarding 0 and 13 Vernon Street continuation request. Dear Commission members, on behalf of our client, Silver Engineering Associates, SEA, would like to request a continuation from the meeting scheduled for May 27, 2021 to a meeting in July, which I believe we have confirmed for July 22nd. Correct, Steve?
Yes.
Yes, July 22nd. The continuance will allow for the information received from the BCS group to be reviewed by our wetland scientists and provide time to provide comments. Sincerely, Larry P. Silva. So at this time, the filing of 0 and 1300 Vernon Street has been continued to July 22nd. It is not, I have not opened this, so therefore there will be no questions on this, and we will resume this meeting on July 22nd. Thank you very much. All right, rolling right down to the next, we have under old business. We have a notice of intent with the following locations, which I'm just going to sum into one. Located at 1, 5, 9, 11, 15, 19, 23, and 27 Pratt Avenue, shown on map 78, lot 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, and 124. The chair at this time would entertain a motion on, ordering, excuse me, standard order of conditions for approvals. We can do these all in one. We have checked legally, this is okay to do all these lots on one. So at this time, the chair would entertain a motion, please.
Motion to, what do we need to approve?
Yeah.
Motion as stated, Harry.
Yeah, I would just do
As
as
stated,
stated. Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
Okay, do I have a second?
Yes, I second that.
All right, here in a second. Any further discussion? All right. Hearing none, roll call vote. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey?
Aye.
Eileen Prisco here yet? No.
No.
Okay. And Wendy Smith?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Those are
Motion,
now closed.
motion carries. Yep.
Yep. Motion carries. Okay. I believe we're under new business now, huh?
Yeah. Meryl, could you just hold on 1 second? I'd like to give Michael a test run here.
Yeah,
I think he
sure.
called in. Michael, can you hear us?
I can hear you, yes.
Beautiful.
And we can hear you. Great.
Yay!
Awesome.
All righty. So we'll let you know when you're up.
Thank you very much. I'll be patient, that's for sure.
Thank you, Michael.
Nope, he's not there. Okay, we are going now right under new business. It is a notice of intent for 1861 Old Plymouth Street, map 27, lot 2. Applicant is Michael Hewins. Representative is Riverhawk Environmental LLC. I see we do have a DEP file number. I do have the public notice. And Nicole, I assume you have all the butter cards for tonight.
This is the
You don't have to read them, just that you have them in your, like, you were received, they received.
we have we have the green cards. Yep.
Perfect. I'm only gonna ask that once for all the new ones. Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't too sure if you wanted me to like have them.
No,
in
no,
front
no,
of me,
I
so-
no, I don't read those. I just make sure that they're in the possession of the, of
Okay.
the office.
Okay,
No worries. Didn't mean to spook you.
that's
All
good. I'm
right.
like deer in headlights. Like,
You're doing great, honey.
all right.
1861 Old Plymouth Street, legal notice of public hearing, Conservation Commission, Bridgewater, Massachusetts. In accordance with the Bridgewater, Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, in the Town of Bridgewater Local Wetland Bylaw, the Bridgewater Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing as a virtual meeting over Zoom. The link in the instructions to participate in the meeting will follow as posted on the town's website at www.bridgewatermass.org. A recording of the meeting will also be posted to the town website within 48 hours after the meeting ends. The hearing is a notice of intent filed by Michael Hewings, 1861 Old Plymouth Street, Bridgewater, Mass. The applicant proposes to remove of a failing cesspool and replacement with upgraded sewage and drainage disposal system within a 75-foot buffer zone bordering vegetated wetlands. The property is owned by Michael Hewings and is located at 1861 Old Plymouth Street, Bridgewater, map 27, parcel 2. Please contact the Bridgewater Conservation Office at 508-697-0950 for the hearing and date times. All interested parties are encouraged to attend. So at this time, you are open.
Yeah. I don't.
Do we have Riverhawk here?
Is Riverhawk? Is this Riverhawk? Mr. Souzer? Jason? I do not see anyone from Riverhawk. But- I mean, if you guys want to look at the report and based on the site visit, this is a pretty straightforward septic repair and upgrade for, obviously, as it's stated in the ad, a failed cesspool. So it's pretty straightforward, and I would suggest issuing this order of conditions just so that the homeowners can get this done. They've been working with the Board of Health at the same time to accommodate this repair and upgrade. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at the plans right now. It's a failed septic. I don't have any issues. I see the line. I'll go down the line. Harry, any concerns on this filing?
Not on a failed system, no.
Wendy, any concerns on?
No, doesn't sound like it.
Okay. Anybody in the audience on this filing that has a question or concern?
I am seeing none, Marilyn.
Okay. And certainly if Riverhawk gets on at the end, we'll just
Sure.
update them. All right, seeing none at this time, Chair would entertain a motion, please.
Motion to close the hearing and issue in a standard order of conditions.
Here in a second.
I second.
Great. Hearing that second, any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, roll call vote. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
and Wendy Smith.
Aye.
So used to saying Eileen afterwards.
I know.
All right. Please note, order of conditions issued, no
Yep.
standard.
Standard conditions applying.
Yep. Checking off my thing here. All right, can Michael Koska still hear us?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
All right, I am now going on to next new business, which is notice of intent, Farm Street Lane, map 125, lot 89-1. Applicant is Roy Andrade, representative is Michael Koska and Associates. We do have a file number that I see, so let me open this meeting by reading the ad. Bridgewater South Farm, Lot 1, legal notice of public hearing, Conservation Commission, Bridgewater, Massachusetts. In accordance with the Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, in the Town of Bridgewater, Local Wetland Bylaw, the Bridgewater Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, May 13th, now the 27th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. No in-person meeting as the Academy Building is closed to the public. Visit to the Town of Bridgewater website for the virtual zone meeting information or contact the office at 508-697-0907. The commission will be holding a public hearing on the notice of intent filed by Roy Andrade of 553 Thatcher Street, Brockton, Mass. The applicant has filed notice of intent, construction of single-family dwelling, driveway, and soil absorption system with regulated grading and utilities within 100-foot buffer. The property is owned by Roy Andrade and is located at Lot 1, South Farm Lane, Bridgewater, Mass, and shown on the assessors map 125, Lot 81-1. All interested persons are encouraged to come. Michael Koska, you are now open.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chairman. For the record, my name is Michael Koska. I am responsible for the engineering and land surveying of the plan before you, applicant Roy Andrade. The previous construction application was done by Milton Morris and Charlie Macy. This subdivision was bought, and they are going forward with the construction on 3 lots, this being lot 1 of the 3. Off of the South Farm Lane, prior to the turnaround, there is proposed a driveway that would go to a 3-car garage. There is a turnaround there. Mr. Andrade is, and I don't know, his medical history, nor do I care to divulge it, but he is anticipating having a live-in person with him, and for people to go in and out, and he may require vehicular type help to get in and out. We've proposed a little turnaround prior to the garage, so a car can come in, but a vehicle can be going out. All of the activity is proposed outside the 25-foot from the wetland line that was approved under SC 116-1446. It's a single-family dwelling. You can see that the house is fairly elongated. Mr. Andrade plans to have a live-in person with him to assist him at the time that he needs it. There is an erosion control in the form of wattles at the 25-foot activity zone. The grading is very difficult because we need to have a walkout basement so that Mr. Andrade can, let's say, enjoy the sunshine from time to time. The septic system was perked in the presence of Eric Badger and shown on the plan approximately 52 feet from the garage. We plan to put in a well with a radius of 150 feet, which is the minimum's 100 by state code, but the town of Bridgewater likes to see 150, so we're proposing it in excess of 150. And there is no proposed filling of any wetlands, and this is a buffer zone project. Any questions? I'd be more than happy to try to answer.
Thank you, Mike. Just, Steve, just quickly, Eileen is texting, she cannot get onto the site. Is there any way you can send her that Word document that you sent me that she can click right on?
Yep. I can.
All right, I'll text her that you're sending an email. Mike, hang on 1 second. I'm trying to get Eileen on.
Okay.
Should do it.
Thanks, Steve.
There she is.
And, with the, if I may, with the summer here, or pretty close, I guess, on construction activity, trying to get going in, a lot of areas with the fall and winter coming quickly. We filed this a little, maybe about a month ago, and we're hoping that they can, get going out there. I think that if you go down South Palm Lane, I think that there's been a very, good job on putting in basins and replication area and so forth. So I'm hoping that Mr. Andre can get going.
Okay. Mike, I'm very familiar with the area, and I saw the wetline approval under, SC 116-1446. I'm assuming that's current, that's been updated. I don't really have any major concerns with this. I'm sure drainage has been looked at. I understand, why the large driveway. So at this point, Steve, any thing you want to weigh in? I'll start asking the commissioners.
Yeah, we spoke today about this project in particular and went over some of the reasons for why the proposals were the way they were. We understand that everything is a case-by-case basis, and there are certain asks on certain projects that are made to accommodate certain situations. In this case, I think this project is very appropriate for both the homeowner and the commission to allow this work to continue just in the buffer zone, albeit getting a little bit close to 25 feet. I know that the absolute no touch is 25 feet, but this commission, of course, likes to maintain as much of the buffer zone as possible. With that being said, if you do go down to South Farm Lane, you can see that the site work has been exemplary to this point. I agree with Michael. It's been top notch. And due to that, I think that we can, or I would hope that the commission can make a decision tonight to issue an order of conditions and let them get started out there. There was some unfortunate timing with the submittal of this application. It happened to be on like the 5th Thursday of April. That added a week. So it made things tough. So they're a little bit behind schedule, or everyone's really behind schedule right now. So I would hate to delay them any further. And, a lot of work and a lot of discussion has gone on between myself and Michael in the weeks leading up to this. So.
Okay. I mean, I see where they're close to the 25, but they're not in it. I am familiar with this area. I've got no further questions. I'll start. Harry, please.
I'm all set.
Okay. Wendy? Can we unmute? Wendy, unmute?
I had the train going by my house.
Oh, so
I had to mute. We don't all need to hear it. No, I have no questions.
okay. Is Eileen on?
I am.
Yes.
Okay, Eileen?
I didn't have a chance to see any of this. My link wouldn't open. So
Okay.
I had to go to the town website.
All right.
So I didn't hear any of it. So I really can't say.
Okay. All right. Is there anybody, any of commission members are set, anybody on this with a question or concern on this filing? And we are on map 125-89-1 South Farm Lane.
There is not, because Mr. Clennert is an engineer for one of the upcoming projects, and Mr. Souzer is the applicant. And then we got Michael and ourselves. So there's no one here to comment.
All right. So at this time, the chair would entertain a motion, please.
Motion to close the hearing and issue standard, Steve?
Yes.
Standard order of conditions.
Second.
Okay, hearing a second. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none. Roll call vote. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
Wendy Smith,
Aye.
and Eileen, you want to not be on this one where you didn't hear?
No,
Okay,
no.
all right. That one is passed with order of conditions standard. And I might just take a drive-by out, but otherwise I think we're good on that. All right, let's keep it rolling. Getting my plan in place. All right. Next, under new business, we have notice of intent, South Farm Lane, map 125, lot 89-3. Applicant is Manny Bajinga, representative Michael Kosker and Associates. I see we have a DEP file number. I will now read the ad to open up the meeting. Bridgewater South Farm Lane, Lot 3, legal notice of public of hearing, Conservation Commission, Bridgewater, Massachusetts. In accordance with the Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, in the town of Bridgewater, local wetland bylaw, the Bridgewater Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on Thursday, May 13th, now the 27th, 2021, at 6:30 p.m. No in-person meeting as the Academy Building is closed to the public. Visit the town of Bridgewater website, virtual meeting, for more information, or contact the office at 508-697-0907. The commission will be holding a public hearing on the notice of intent filed by MJM Construction of 586 Manley Street in West Bridgewater, Mass. The applicant has filed notice of intent to construct a single-family dwelling, driveway, and soil absorption system with related grading and utilities within the 100-foot buffer zone. The property is owned by MJM Construction and is located at Lot 3, South Farm Lane, Bridgewater, Mass, and is shown on Assessors Map 125, Lot 89-3. All interested persons is encouraged to attend. Michael Koska, you are open.
Okay, thank you again, Madam Chair. Again, for the record, my name is Michael Koska. I am responsible for the engineering and land surveying on this lot number 3. This is the one, there's a lot in the middle, lot 2, that has not been presented to the commission, but if anything is within 100 feet or any resource area that's applicable, there will be a filing. The lot itself, the driveway would come off of the Hammerhead turnaround at the terminus of South Farm Way into a driveway leading to a 3-car garage. The proposed building would have a walkout. It would be equipped, as was Mr. Andrade's, with a roof infiltration system. Even though the subdivision was a 4-lot or less, we conform to stormwater management. It would have a walkout. Septic system is located outside of any 100-foot buffer zone. Approximately coming in from the driveway about 100 feet to the south is a proposed 60 by 60 barn that is within the conservation's jurisdiction, with a driveway proposed to the northeast or the front of the barn. And proceeding down the driveway to the house, there would be a 60 by 60 foot pool area to the rear of the house. Again, we would accommodate the water supply with a well radius of 150 feet. And we're approximately, I'd say, 250 feet from the septic system. The lot area is 337,756 square feet, of which 243,251 square feet is upland. Erosion control is proposed with straw wattles that would envelop the entire 25-foot no activity zone. And we're hoping that the commission would look favorably upon the project. Again, it's a walkout. The grading is a little bit challenging, let's say. As you can see with the proposed grading, there is a substantial amount of fill to be brought to the site to make the walkout, one, dry, but two, to conform to the necessary elevations to facilitate for the septic system and without a pump chamber. Any questions, I would be more than happy to try to answer them for the commission.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike. And again, I see the wetland line approved under SC 116-1446, which again, I'm familiar with the area. Everything seems to be out of the 25-foot. You know, I'm sure you guys, drainage has always been an issue. We look at that. It's been addressed, it seems. So I have no further comments. Before I send out to commission, I'll have Steve. Any comments, please?
Yeah, this one, in my opinion, and looking at the site plan, it doesn't encroach as closely as the other lot that's 2 over. With that being said, I think that Mike alluded to the most important part of this project, which will be oversight of the erosion control due to the grading that's going to be needed on site to accommodate the walkout basement. So during construction, that will be very important. I do have a lot of faith in the person who will be doing the site work, though, because based on what's been going on out there, it's been very good, and the adherence to the erosion and sedimentation control has been top notch, and has been basically called us on every step of the way to ensure that there is no potential negative impacts to the wetland resource areas. So I suggest that my suggestion would be the commission issue an order of conditions with standard conditions applying.
At this point, Harry, please.
I'm all set.
All right. Wendy, please.
All set.
All right. Eileen, any comments?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. All right, me too. As we said, erosion controls is important. So otherwise, I will entertain a motion, please.
Eileen, take it over.
Okay,
He's been subbing in
make-
for you.
I make a motion to, are we gonna close first or just order?
Yeah, you can close and then we can.
I'll make a motion to close and issue an order of conditions. Approved.
For the property.
Oh, so lot 3, South Farmway.
Yep, 125. All right, do I have a second?
Yeah, second.
Okay, here in a second. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none. Roll call vote, please. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
Eileen Frisco,
Aye.
Wendy Smith.
Aye.
All right, please note it closed and approved with standard order of conditions. Thank you, Michael.
No, thank you so much, Commission. Thank you, and thank you one more time.
You're welcome and good luck.
Welcome, and I'm glad you
you.
were able to get on.
Thank you, Michael.
All right.
Good night. Thank you again.
No
All
worries.
right,
Good
good
night
night.
now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
All right, moving right along, we have a notice of intent, Scotland Boulevard, map 59, lot 14. The applicant is Theodore E. Parker Jr., representative is George R. Collins. We have a DEP number. Let me read into my nice file here from Nicole. Let me read in and open this meeting. We have lot 1, Scotland Boulevard. Legal notice of public hearing, Conservation Commission, Bridgewater, Massachusetts, in accordance with the Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, in the town of Bridgewater, local wetland bylaw, the Bridgewater Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing as a virtual meeting over Zoom. A link of instructions to participate in the meeting will follow and be posted in the calendar on the town's website and the bridgewatermass.org. A recording of the meeting will also be posted to the town's website within 48 hours after the meeting ends. The hearing is on the notice of intent filed by Collins Civil Engineering Group, located at 225 South Main Street, West Bridgewater, Mass. The applicant proposes a CDL driving school. The property is owned by Scotland Boulevard Stock Trust and is located at Lot 1, Scotland Boulevard, Bridgewater, Mass. Map 59, parcel 14. Hearing date is May 27, 2021, 6:30 p.m. Over Zoom. So Collins Engineering, you are now open.
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is David Clennertz, and I'm here from Collins Engineering, representing Ted Parker for the CDL driving school. With me tonight is Jay Souza. He works with Ted on this project. And if there are any questions I can't answer, I'm sure that he could. If I could share my screen and I can go over I have the plans up on my computer.
You should be all set, David.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna bring up some plans and just let me know if you can see them. All right. Can everybody see those plans?
All.
Yep, this is AutoCAD, so it's a little bit different than PDF, and it's just easier for me to work with. And I just have the same color coding so that we can go over the plans quickly. So this is lot one. Lot one has been in front of you last year. It has an existing order of conditions under 1161-448. The wetlands have been delineated back less than a year ago and approved. And this order of conditions was for bringing that large site, which I will show you here, bringing this portion of the large site and the road and a building, which is off this property, as part of that order of conditions. So the existing conditions plan, this is plan 2. This is the site as it exists. They brought the site up to grade or subgrade, and they created all these swales. These swales and basins and outlet structures are all in. There's 4 basins. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And the water just simply sheds off the site into these grass swales and into these basins. It has been hydroseeded, and right now we have bare soils up here on the site. So this is the existing conditions as part of the old order or the existing order of conditions. And what Mr. Parker would like to do, you also see that we stayed outside the 25 with all our buffer. The silt fence is still in, and the orange is the 25. The orange dashed is the 25. The dashed dot is the 50, and the red is the 100. Of course, the green is the wetland delineation that was originally defined by Walter Hewitson and redefined or relooked at by Brooke Monroe, wetland scientist out of Carver, and approved in 2020. So this is what Mr. Parker would like to do. His brother has a driving school, and they're looking for a place to set up the driving part of the school. Essentially, we can get 3 driving courses, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3 out of this. And the impervious pavement it comes to within is 56.59 feet. That's a little, should be 56 feet off the wetland line. And all the grading in the driving school, all the associated grading will be essentially outside the 50. We come about as close to the wetlands as the 50-foot buffer zone. And there will be trucks that are parked here. They're not going to be parked here all the time. They're parked here for the school. Most of the time, the trucks will be parked in Avon. Mr. Parker has several other buildings in Avon. Classes and the trucks mostly will be parked in Avon. There will be times where they will be here overnight, but I accommodate that with oil water separators and hooded catch basins of that sort. This is the grading plan. It's just a grading and drainage plan. You can see that the area of the course is all going to be paved. This is required by the state. And so we're going to control the runoff with a Cape Cod berm. There'll be a Cape Cod berm running around the whole perimeter of the driving school where it's paved. And all water will be directed into catch basins. I've got catch basins, double catch basins, to make sure that we accommodate all water in larger storms. I have double catch basins in the corners. I have double catch basins up here, and a double catch basin here and here. All catch basins run into or have hoods leaving. They run into oil, they run through first flush oil water separators. Then they are infiltrated into the ground, and then they are infiltrated, and then they are discharged slowly into these into the existing basins. The drainage calculations show that the existing conditions prior to this was all woods. I use this as the existing conditions because it's more conservative. Woods would have been a less of a C factor and a less of a runoff number. Using this as the existing conditions, I have to retain more water in this scenario. So I actually, the drainage calculations show that I release equal or less amounts of stormwater runoff into these basins as is going now with the cleared site. These are just the cross sections of the infiltration systems. These are Caltech units, and they've all been sized to accommodate all these storms. And of course, we've got the riprap areas to keep erosion, to stop erosion, which is required by the state stormwater management. And then we have a kind of like a landscaping plan here. This is just, we're gonna loam and seed all these areas outside the paved area. And these are also huge snow areas. These are huge snow storage areas, which could easily accommodate any plowing that needs to be done throughout these three courses. And of course, here I set up a operation and maintenance plan, and this includes good housekeeping and spill control practices. This shows the inspections and maintenance of all the structures. And then I have a SWAT plan, which of course is the construction plan to help prevent any kind of total suspended solids or silt from running off into the adjoining wetlands. I did add on to this because we will be going through planning board, I wanted to add the planning board decision of 2020 for the first order that you guys had approved. This is for planning purposes only. So if there are any questions, I can take them now. I think that's about it. It's going to be a school that doesn't last forever. We really didn't want to put it here at first. And I could say the word temporary, but I don't want to use it. But it's definitely not in the scope of work to be there forever. We would like to develop the site at some point. And this is just to help the school out to get them moving again.
Thank you. Nice presentation, David. I think most of us are familiar with this area. I don't know, Steve, if the drainage calcs have been looked at by the town engineer. Maybe you can start this conversation first.
Yeah, so I think we're all familiar with the site. This is one of the first sites that I worked on that a zoo actually showed me when I first started with the town. So I think we're all familiar with the site. However, with the complexity of the drainage and the fact that I have not heard anything from a zoo on this yet, I am in a point where I am not comfortable making any suggestions to the commission at this point until I get the drainage verified by the town engineer / a zoo. I know that the commission would probably like to hear from a zoo on this as well because of the complexity of the engineering. And I believe there are other town boards that will have this in their court at some point. So the only thing I'm concerned about from that perspective is a potential amended order in the event the plans are forced to change from another board's perspective. That's of course an applicant's concern. It's not really the commission's. We can of course field that proposal when it comes. But it's just been a practice that I've practiced in my career that trying to get the most final plans approved with the order of conditions is pretty important. So at this time, I'm not comfortable making any suggestions until I hear from a zoo. I know the commission will probably want to go out with the plans to the site to take a look at it. I would like to go out and take a look at it with them to kind of get some ideas. And I would suggest maybe a coordinated site visit with a quorum. And maybe if the commission's interested in having one of the representatives from Collins or someone else there to explain in the field sort of more of what's going on, I think that's an appropriate course of action for now.
Thank you. No, I definitely agree, especially waiting on a zoo with the calcs and stuff like that. So I have no further questions. I look forward to going out. Again, very nice presentation. Thank you. I will now lead this to another commission. Let's see, Harry, any comments?
No, I kind of like the plan the way I see it right now, and I would like to take a further look at it with everybody.
Yep, agree. Eileen?
Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I've got the plans here. Is there any provisions for snow removal or
Yeah.
storage?
Yeah,
Yes.
I put it on the second to last plan. I just let
Okay.
loam and seed snow storage area, and you can see these are all grassed areas, so there'll be quite large areas once you go out there.
So
You'll
it's
see.
gonna
like,
be on the
between
loam and
these.
seeded area?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Oh, snow storage. Okay, there it is. Thank
yeah,
you.
snow storage on all these.
Don't be talking snow right now.
I know.
I
Too
just
early.
wanna make sure because it's all
I know.
paved.
I know.
If it's all paved, it's gonna all be plowed.
Just kidding. Anything else, Eileen?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Wendy, any comments then?
No, I don't have any concerns. I think that it's very thought out. I think that taking the wetlands into consideration with all the drainage and, everything that you've done, it looks really good, but I'm new to the commission, so I'm not, really sure.
All right, at this time, I will ask if there's any questions or comments on this filing, please. For map 59, lot 14, Scotland Boulevard. You good, Steve?
We are. David, could you stop sharing your screen?
Sure.
Be great. Just so I could see better. Thank you. And I am not seeing any, Marilyn.
Okay, then at this time, Chair would entertain a motion for continuance.
Make a motion for a continuance to, until we, have a chance to have the town engineer review the drainage.
Do you want to set it, Dave, do you want to,
Yeah,
like the next meeting
I
or
s-
do? Yeah,
Could I set a date? We have a planning board hearing coming up on the first week of June. So anytime at that point, maybe a week or two after that, so I can make any kind of revisions they want, would be fine.
so we meet June 10th and we meet June 24th. Do you have a preference of which one you'd like to be continued to?
June 24th, I may be gone. Let's see. I just want to check this out in my calendar for.
Yep, no worries.
Yeah, June, oh, no, June 24th, I'm here. So that would be a better date because I just need to make sure I have time to do all the revisions that planning board may require me to do before I present it back.
That sounds smart. All right, so we have a motion then, Eileen, to continue.
To June 24th at 6:30 PM.
Okay,
I second.
Scotland
right.
Boulevard.
here in a second. Any further discussion?
Nope.
All right, hearing none. Roll call vote. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
Eileen Prisco,
Aye.
Wendy Smith.
Aye.
Okay, we'll continue to the 24th. We will see you then.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
David.
guys.
Thank you.
Right one? Yeah, okay. Sure, I was looking at the right month. Old school with the calendar. Okay, I believe that was it under new business, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay, under conservation business, we have certificate of compliance, Plymouth Street, map 24, lot 50A, applicant Erin Murphy, Representative Vera and D'Angelo. I'm killing that one. Geographical.
BTA Filippo.
Yeah, thank you. DEP file number is present. It was continued from the 22nd. So Steve.
Yeah, remember this one, guys?
Oh, yeah.
We went out
Yes.
to check the site, and there was actually just some confusion on this actually being a dead order of conditions. So obviously, I recommend suggest a approval of this order condition. I mean, the certificate of compliance, so they can clear it.
Right, once we cleared up that matter. Okay. All right, Chair, would entertain a motion, please?
Are we a motion to close or to approve?
This-
Yeah.
Or both?
Yeah, well, this is a compliance.
Oh, that's all right, yeah, so make a motion to approve for the, I don't have my agenda in front of me because it just disappeared.
Certificate of compliance.
Certificate of compliance.
Certificate of compliance
Plymouth
for, what's his name, Erin Murphy, property address. I don't have.
Plymouth Street, Plymouth Street, map 24, lot 50.
Thank you. All right, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Try to get my agenda back. Thank you.
Second.
All right, do we have a second?
Second.
And a second, any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote on the compliance of certificate of compliance. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
Eileen Frisco,
Aye.
Wendy Smith.
Aye.
All right, issuance of compliance. Okay, I know I'm working up 2 agendas. I missed one. Let's see. So next under conservation business is certificate of compliance 25 Chris John Way, map 88, lot 54. Steve, I think we were good
Yep.
with this, the recently conservation commission.
Yeah, so if you guys remember this one, you actually reviewed it probably 3, 4, 5 months ago or so.
Yep.
It was septic repair.
Yep.
So they've been they've been chomping at the bit to close out the certificate of compliance, and they tried to plant the grass as early as possible, and finally it took, and it has stabilized the site at this time. Therefore, I suggest the issuance of a certificate of compliance.
Okay, all right, Chair would entertain a motion then.
I will make a motion to issue a certificate of compliance on 25 Chris John Way, map 88, lot 54.
Second.
Aaron, a second, any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote for certificate of compliance. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
Eileen Frisco,
Aye.
Wendy Smith.
Aye.
Okay, issuance of completion of certificate of compliance. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, where are we next?
Wild and hot conservation restriction vote grant.
Yep, all right. So Chair would entertain a motion on that.
So it's a.
So
I'm gonna make a
Marilyn,
motion- Yeah, go-
this was the one that I gave you with the highlighted portion to
Yep,
read.
Oh, okay, yep.
So
We, the Conservation Commission of the Town of Bridgewater, Mass, hereby certify that the public meeting duly held on May 27, 2021, the Conservation Commission vote to approve and grant the foregoing conservation restriction to Wildlands Trust Incorporated pursuant to Section 32 of Chapter 184 and Section 8C in Chapter 40 of Massachusetts General Laws, and do hereby grant foregoing conservation restriction. Granted, Bridgewater Conservation Commission. And I would assume we would take a roll call vote on this.
yes.
Mhm.
Okay, Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
Eileen Frisco,
Aye.
Wendy Smith.
Aye.
All right.
And
very
just so
good.
you guys know, what that does is that finalizes the document. I will be scanning it and sending it to Scott McFadden tomorrow, who will then send it to John Gioia up at DCR and EOEA. And then hopefully at that point, it will get closed before the end of the fiscal year. And we will be able to go after those reimbursement monies. So
Yay.
Right. Right.
Okay, so I think we're
Can I
good there.
just, can I interrupt real quick? Was there like,
Wonderful.
should someone have motioned in second, or is it simply a vote, a roll call vote?
it's just a vote.
Okay, just want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Nope, good go.
No problem.
Thank you, guys.
All right, next we have under discussion is potential signage areas subject to illegal dumping activities. Commission discussion. Steve, I think this has been an ongoing thing. We have
Yeah.
looked at this years back for signage, then we couldn't find the appropriate signage. I think there's more areas that are subject to it, so
Mhm.
I personally am in favor of signage. I know you-
Yeah, I think the
a
question.
smile
boils
for the
down-
camera, maybe that seems to get people's attention.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Any, you know,
This came to
thoughts?
light. Yeah, this came to light when we were checking out Mr. Birch's property over on Arrowhead.
Right.
It does seem to be an issue in town where we have these little inclines off the side of the road, and people are typically within subdivisions, and it seems like people are dumping their grass clippings and leaves, and sometimes it's trash, sometimes it's garbage, who knows. So what I'm going to do is try to elevate something to maybe the town manager's office, see if there's any money available for some pretty simple signs that we all will have a hand in kind of designing and what you guys want to see on it, and just trying to deter this type of dumping, and maybe even put a link on it to the website showing why this type of dumping, because I think people get confused when they may be dumping like grass clippings or leaves, and they say, well, it's natural stuff anyways, it doesn't matter.
That's a good point.
But they don't realize that all those organics and the nitrogen that people use to fertilize their lawn gets into the wetlands, and it creates a overabundance of nitrogen, which thus then ends up clogging these waterways with the increased nutrients and the increased plant growth. So it's definitely a practice we need to curb, and hopefully signs are a start. So it's just something that, I was hoping that there would be more public audience here tonight to hear something like this, but maybe the signs will draw their attention, and it's more about awareness than anything else. So
And I think Harry would probably be a good one for key spots in the town that would
yeah,
probably benefit from some of these signs and stuff.
I'm sure.
I have a question. Who's like responsible? You know, the Portuguese club that's across from like almost the Styles and Hart. There's like big trash bags full, and I believe that there's grass clipping. Oh my God, I can't talk. It's been a long day. Grass clippings that are in it, but there's also trash. But if down below there, it's like wet. There's river kind of
Oh yeah.
through it and stuff. Like, are they responsible to take care of that if somebody dumps on that land?
Harry, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't there used to be a donation box of some sort there?
Yeah, well, they got
Yes,
rid of
there was.
So I think what happened was people just assumed that they could put whatever there. And then
Mhm.
even after the donation box left, people still assume that they can just put whatever there. I will have to find out who is responsible. I know people that use that club, and I think Jay Gormley is a big person behind that club. So, and he's a very nice gentleman. So maybe I can reach out to Jay, and because he's encouraged us to park there to access Styles and Hart at certain points. So I'll reach out to Jay Gormley.
Good
And
place for signage.
Yeah.
very true. And
Look
you
it
know,
up.
and this is how maybe you get outreach to get like someone to, pay for these things and maybe put a little line of their business at the bottom, but saying Bridgewater Conservation Commission. But yeah, great place for a sign. And then if we can get a bunch of them, I mean, that's the goal. So I'll reach out to Jay Gormley and ask him, and then I'll also reach out within the town to see who is in fact responsible for that donation box, because that seems to have left behind donations of the unwanted variety.
Yeah, there's a baby seat and there's about 10 black, huge bags. And
Yeah. It's pretty common when they have those donation boxes and they suddenly leave. People just think that it's a location they can still dump in.
Oh, you close a landfill and they still dump at it. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, Marilyn, you should know that.
I'll give you a better one. I'll give you a better one. Down the transfer station, the Salvation Army, 2 boxes haven't been picked up in over a year. People throw everything in front of it.
Yeah.
I won't tell you where it goes.
Yeah.
Off to the landfill.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate. We have a lot of garbage. Humans produce a lot of refuse.
I think it's something that we should stick to, though. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I still like
Cool.
my smile for the camera. All right. I don't think we have anything else under discussion. Anybody?
Nope,
No, can I
everyone-
ask you a quick question? Whatever happened with the sign thing down at Beach Street, that place that's down there? What's that? With the Native Americans tribe something?
Oh,
Oh,
Ticket?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
Camp
sign
Ticket.
disappeared.
Well, Connecticut. Whatever happened with that signage stuff? Anything?
sign was removed.
Oh, it was.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Chair would entertain a motion.
Motion to
motion
close.
to adjourn.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Very good meeting tonight. Thank you, guys. All
Yep.
right.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.